Behind me are the leaders of the team that was so successful today in resolving the hostage situation in Rochester with the safe release of all of the hostages and with the hostage taker brought into custody. And I want to thank them for their professionalism and their extraordinary work today. We have Attorney General Ayotte, we have the lead hostage negotiator, Karen Therrien, we've got the Colonel of the New Hampshire State Police, who was very helpful to me today, Colonel Booth, the Chief of Rochester Police Department, Dave DuBois, who was extraordinarily communicative in providing information to me and others about what was going on. Rochester Police Captain Paul Callahan, who was the spokesman for the department, Chief of Homicide Jeffrey Strelzin, Deputy Chief of Rochester Police Mike Allen, who again was very personally helpful to me. We also have Lieutenant the State Police Robert Quinn, Major Michael Hambrook, Sergeant Kevin Duffy, who was the SWAT commander. First, I want to thank them for the work they did securing Rochester. At the beginning of this incident, it was not at all clear what the full extent of the potential danger might be and the impact that that could have on the surrounding community. Schools, businesses were evacuated in a very careful and thorough and expeditious manner, and I really appreciate that because that was an important part of putting together what needed to be done in order to focus on the immediate danger posed by the hostage taker. I also want to thank all of the other levels of law enforcement who were present and supportive. Certainly all the other local communities that sent help, the county, the state, which was very much involved in supervising what was going on. And then we had additional help from the FBI and the Secret Service. I also want to thank Governor Lynch, with whom I first spoke about 8 minutes after I learned of this incident and stayed in touch with throughout the hours that followed, and his entire team that was involved. This was obviously a very difficult situation. I just met with the hostages and a number of their families, and a lot of relief, a lot of gratitude, particularly for the people behind me and the teams that they represent. And it was, for me and my campaign, an especially tense and difficult day. These young people who come to work in campaigns here in New Hampshire are devoted, they're enthusiastic, they deeply care, and we had a lot of concern that we felt about them and their personal safety. I spoke with their families throughout the day to provide whatever information I had. And I know I was bugging a lot of these people it felt like a minute-by-minute basis, trying to make sure that I knew everything that was going on so that I was in a position to tell the families, to tell my campaign, and to be available to do anything that they asked of me. I made it clear from the very first conversations that I had that I would take their direction, that they were the professionals, they were in charge of this situation. Whatever they asked me or my campaign to do is what we would do. And so we're immensely relieved that this has ended peacefully. But it is with a great sense of gratitude that I came here tonight, both to see the people who were directly held hostage and their families, and to thank the New Hampshire professionals who made this day turn out as well as it did. I'm extremely grateful to each and every one of them, and I'd be glad to take your questions, and if any of them have information that they want to step forward and provide, obviously they're welcome to do that.
Do you know Mr. Eichenberg? Do you know anything about this man, and have you ever heard from him? What can you tell us? Shed any light on it?
I cannot. He was someone that was not known to my campaign headquarters until he walked in the door today. Insofar as I'm aware, we had no contact with him.
Do you know what he wanted?
We really are going to wait until the investigation unfolds to try to piece it all together, to find out what his motive was, what his concerns were. It appears that he is someone who was in need of help,